Hello everyone, it's Dr. Joy from Joy Dental Pines, and today's video is about how to properly brush your teeth. Okay, before we get started, I want to show you actually how to properly eat popcorn. Okay, this is the other Dr. Joy, and when you hear that crunchy sound, now you know why. Okay, here, do you mind holding this, Dr. Joy? Okay, here I have my patient demonstration models here, and when you brush your teeth, there's a few things you want to accomplish, okay? Primarily, you want to get all sides of the teeth, okay? So we take the bristles and we point them towards the gum. So that's actually really important. Like I think a lot of people, when they brush, they think it's just for the teeth. It primarily is for the teeth and cavities, but it doesn't hurt to try to get them in that little space between the teeth and the gums as much as possible. And when we brush, we don't need to brush with a hard bristle or medium bristle. A soft bristle really is the best bristle for pretty much everyone, okay? And there's really no benefit to having that medium or hard bristle. They only sell those because some people like it. In fact, those medium hard bristles can wear away the enamel, which we definitely don't want. And, I'll show you the electric toothbrush next, but not everyone gets electric toothbrush, and if you're using the manual, that's fine. This is how you use it properly, okay? Small motions, okay? Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. When I was in dental school, we had a teacher, a professor, a dentist, and she would say jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. And then every now and then, and particularly in between the teeth, you flick away from the gums. I don't know if you can see that. You kind of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, flick away, okay? And then you just continue on. I like to start from the back to the front, so definitely don't just brush your front teeth, just because they're easier to reach. Start in the back, and you go jiggle, 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 flick, okay? And then I start back again as I do the front. I go all the way to the back, and now we're gonna do the tongue side, okay, or the inside of the mouth, okay? So that's really important. The same thing, jiggle, 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 flick away, okay? That's exactly how it was taught to us in dental school at New York University, and I don't see any reason why I can't teach you guys. Same thing. This is called the modified Bass technique, by the way. That will not be on the exam. It was on my exam, but it doesn't have to be on yours. So look, that's the whole idea, is to take those bristles, point them towards the gum, and then flick away from the gums with your manual toothbrush. You do about 30 seconds per quadrant. So I like to divide the mouth into 4, and you spend about half a minute on this quadrant, and you move on to the next one, etc. Okay, should take you about 2 minutes total. Once you're done with that, do not forget, this model doesn't have it, but brush your tongue, okay? So if you ever have bad breath, for most people, the reason why they have bad breath, they are not removing all the bacteria off their tongue, and especially in the back of the tongue, okay? So that is the proper way to brush your teeth, and that's with the manual toothbrush. Now, if you have one of these, okay, good for you. These make your life so much easier because they do all the work for you, all right? You just turn it on, and I put it on a pretty high setting. This is the Oral-B LeBron. One of their highest end models of electric toothbrush, I forget what they call it. I think it's like the 9000 or something. Well, anyway. So this is an Oral-B product. I do like them. They're kind of loud. These devices are a little bit loud. All you do for these, it's so much easier. You point it still towards the gum, but you just drag it. You don't have to flick. Okay, you don't have to flick. You heard that skip? That was the 30-second mark. So if you were brushing your teeth, every time you hear that skip in the toothbrush, you switch to the quadrants. If you have one of these, you've never noticed what that skip was for. That's to remind you to go ahead. You spent 30 seconds on that quadrant. Go ahead and move on, okay? So it's gonna skip again soon, okay? You just drag it along the gum line, pointing those bristles down to the other skip, just as you would your manual, but you don't have to flick, okay? You don't have to jiggle. You just drag, and you kind of roll around, still getting on the outside and then the inside, okay? So, and don't forget, this is a commonly missed area right here in the very back of that last tooth. Common place to miss your brushing and flossing. Also, on the tongue side of the lower front teeth, that's where a lot of tartar builds up for a lot of people. Get a good amount of contact there. And this is why I like these electric toothbrushes. After 2 minutes, it'll just turn off and you're done. And so that's how you use the electric. And look, here's another cool feature. I think I talked about this in a previous video. You see that red line, that red light? If you're pressing too hard, that red light will come on. And that means you need to back off. You don't need to press that hard. Okay, so it's another great feature of the electric toothbrush. Not only does it do all the work for you. Ah, you see that? So this one doesn't turn off. It just tells you, okay, you can turn it off now. That was like that 4 repeated skips. That means you're done. And then at home, I do both. I use my electric toothbrush, and then I do a quick brush with my manual. And the reason for that, the reason for that is because you still have to brush your tongue. And I don't recommend brushing your tongue with the electric toothbrush. I like to brush my tongue with the manual. It's just way more comfortable. And the brush head is bigger than the manual toothbrush. And that's how I brush my teeth. And so in a future video, we'll go over what I do next, which is floss. We'll go over the proper technique of flossing as well, but that's for a future video. So I hope you enjoyed my video, and I hope you learned something about the correct way to brush your teeth. This is how most people should be brushing their teeth. This is how I brush my teeth. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Until next time. Bye, guys.